It was a rainy evening in New York City, the kind where the streets glisten under streetlights, and umbrellas bloom like flowers in the crowd. Arav, a 29-year-old architect, was running late from work. He wasn't someone who believed in fate, love at first sight, or any of those poetic things people talk about. His world was logic, deadlines, and blueprints. But destiny doesn't ask permission before rewriting your plans. As he rushed toward the subway station, a sudden gust of wind flipped an umbrella inside out. A girl, struggling, laughing softly at her own misfortune, caught his attention. Her hair, wet from the rain, stuck to her cheeks, and her eyes sparkled with a warmth that made time stop for him. He didn't know her name. But something inside him whispered, "Don't let her walk away." He offered her his umbrella. She smiled, that smile that seemed to carry sunlight even through a storm, and said, "Thank you, but I like the rain. It makes the world honest." Those words, they stayed with him. They talked for a few minutes, walking under the city lights. Her name was Alina. She was an artist, one who painted emotions people couldn't say out loud. She believed that every person we meet carries a story, and some stories are meant to change us forever. And then, she was gone. A missed train, a quick goodbye, and a promise to meet again, a promise that life never kept. Months turned into years. Arav moved on with his career, promotions, and responsibilities. But deep inside, he carried an emptiness, like a song half remembered, or a dream that faded just before waking. Every time it rained, he'd stop and look around, hoping maybe, just maybe, he'd see her again. Her laughter still echoed in his mind, her words still painted color in his otherwise gray world. One day, while attending an art exhibition for a client, Arav froze. There, on the wall, was a painting, a girl standing in the rain, holding an upside-down umbrella. The caption read, "To the stranger who taught me that kindness can be eternal." His heart raced. It was her. It had to be. He asked the gallery owner about the artist, but she said, "Alina moved to Paris 3 years ago. She's no longer painting now. She's been fighting cancer." The words hit him like lightning. He didn't even know she was alive or gone, but in that moment, every regret, every missed chance, came crashing back. Arav took a leave from work, booked a ticket to Paris, and began searching. He visited hospitals, art studios, and local galleries. Everyone seemed to know her art, but no one knew where she was. Days turned into weeks. Just as hope began to fade, he found a small art cafe by the Seine. There, on the corner wall, hung a simple painting, a man standing in the rain, holding 2 umbrellas. The owner smiled softly when Arav asked about it. She painted that one. Said it was for someone she met only once, but who stayed in her heart forever. And then, from behind the counter, a soft, familiar voice said, "I knew you'd find it someday." He turned, and there she was. Weaker, thinner, her hair short from treatment, but her eyes, those same eyes, still carried that gentle warmth. They talked for hours. About life. About the years they lost. About the what-ifs that haunt every heart that once loved but never spoke. Alina smiled and said, "I used to wonder why we met that night. Now I know. It was never about forever. It was about leaving a memory strong enough to keep us human." Arav took her hand. "Then let's make whatever time we have count." He stayed in Paris for months. Every day, he took her to see new places, the gardens, the art streets, the cafes. He watched her paint again, her brush strokes slower now, but still full of life. And when her strength began to fade, she whispered, "Promise me you'll keep living the way I paint, with color, with courage, with kindness." He held her hand till the end. And when she was gone, he didn't cry in public. He just stood in the rain. Because she once told him rain makes the world honest. A few months later, Arav received a package. Inside was a small canvas, wrapped in brown paper. It was her final painting, the 2 of them walking under one umbrella, smiling. At the back, she had written, "Some meetings last a lifetime even if they only happen once."